This is Jason Howard, currently facing charges in a courtroom for murder. However, 5 months prior, the bodies of his ex-girlfriend and their 3 children were found in their home. Howard, the only person of interest, claimed innocence during an interview.
I mean, I was a protector and a provider for my family, but I wasn't there to protect them and die with them. And I wish I was. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather be dead right now.
He stands trial today for an unrelated murder, while the quadruple homicide of his ex-girlfriend and children remains unsolved. The victim's family is convinced of Howard's guilt. In a dramatic turn of events, the victim's brother stormed into the courtroom, followed by her cousin.
Sit down right now!
Both were charged with assault. Despite this, Howard is serving a 44-year-to-life sentence for the separate murder and has not been charged for the deaths of his ex-girlfriend and children. The case remains unresolved to this day. Introducing Michael Madison, a convicted serial killer from East Cleveland, Ohio, who is known to have committed at least 3 murders, all of them women. During his sentencing hearing, Van Terry took the stand to deliver a victim impact statement, addressing the man who took the life of his 18-year-old daughter.
Right now, I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown. Who's touched our families, taken my child.
In a split second, Terry locked eyes with Madison, only to see a reported smile spread across Madison's face. Despite the altercation, Terry was released without charges. In 2016, Madison was sentenced to death and is currently housed on death row. This is the story of Clifford Thomas, who was the boyfriend of the mother of a 3-year-old child. The child tragically died from multiple blunt force injuries, and her death was ruled a homicide. Clifford and the child's mother were in court together during the sentencing. Dwayne Smith, the child's biological father, was preparing to give a powerful victim impact statement to the man responsible for his daughter's death. The judge declined to hold him in contempt of court. Clifford was sentenced to 57 months to 15 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter and 1 to 2 years for resisting and obstructing a police officer. The child's mother was sentenced to 7 to 15 years for involuntary manslaughter and 14 to 25 years for first-degree child abuse. Next is the story of Larry Nassar, a convicted sex offender and former physician who abused hundreds of girls and young women over the course of 18 years as the team doctor of the U.S. Women's National Gymnastics team.
I really feel that my entire family has gone through hell and back these last few months because of what Larry Nassar did to both of my sisters and I years ago. I have known Larry Nassar for most of my life. He once was someone I had always trusted.
Judge, would a distraught father have a chance to say something?
Go ahead, sir.
You son.
We in a courtroom, we don't use profanity, but if you have some words that you would like to say, I would like to give you the opportunity to say them.
I would ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in the locked room with this demon.
I have
Would you do that?
That is not how
Yes or
our.
no?
No, sir, I can't.
Would you
do
give me
that.
1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how our legal
Well, I'm
system.
gonna have to.
Legal
Well, I'm
system.
gonna have to. Stop.
Press Morgan, I'll be Matt, get over here, Matthew. Hurry up.
I want that stuff. Give me 1 minute with that.
What if this happened to you guys?
Not behave like that. No one can behave like this. I want to make sure it's crystal clear. I'm sure Judge Price.
You haven't lived through it, lady.
You cannot behave like this.
Nassar was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison for various charges to be served after a separate 60-year sentence. This means he will spend at least 100 years in prison, effectively a life sentence. And for the father, he won't face any criminal charges. And there is the story of Tristan Lamarelle, who pleaded guilty to shooting and killing his wife. During the sentencing, the brother of the murdered victim came forward to deliver a powerful victim impact statement. He made direct eye contact with the man who had murdered his sister. The brother was quickly removed from the courtroom, but according to reports, he was not charged. Tristan was later sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. This is Dale Williams, who has now been sentenced after confessing to a heinous crime. He ran his ex-girlfriend off the road and then fatally shot her, leaving her 2 young sons without a mother. In the courtroom, emotions ran high as the boys watched their mother's killer receive his sentence. 30-year-old Anthony D. slid over the table, while 23-year-old Jerome Stewart made his way around. In this shocking footage, Anthony can be seen grabbing Williams by the leg.
Killed my mother, man. That was my mama. She took care of me, bro.
After his initial sentencing was postponed, Dale was eventually sentenced to 23 years to life. And for the 2 sons, the judge delivered a sentence of 30 days in jail.